Alright. I don't know what happened. That was weird. Are we back? Dang it. Drives me crazy when stuff like this happens. How long was I out for? I didn't even realize. I was like, man, the chat's quiet. I wonder, like, nope, everybody stopped chatting. I guess it's because I stopped streaming. And I hate that, like, now this is broken up into 2 separate streams. That's so annoying. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know, my internet's totally fine. My upload speed is like 600 megabytes per second. I don't know what's going on. I don't know why it kicked me off. How long did I go out for? I was just talking about how, like, I was paranoid about stream breaking and not working. I don't even know if you guys heard that, because I don't know if the stream was up or not. Alright, 4 minutes, not too bad. I think the most annoying thing is that this got essentially broken up into 2 streams. I think it was my Streamlabs, actually, that messed something up, because my internet connection was totally fine. YouTube stream looked like it was fine. It said it was just waiting to receive the video feed. I think it was actually on the software side, not on the internet side. Anyway, we're back now. Hopefully that doesn't happen again. This is why I don't like to stream. This is why I like to do videos instead of streaming, because I feel like just so many things can go wrong with stream. With videos, you got more control, right? Like, if something goes wrong, you can at least just, like, re-record or something. Level 18. Nice. So I can use that jewelry. Let me let Gilby know that we're back, because they were nice enough to make me some jewelry. I want them to be here for that. Alright. There you go, got all that. I'll wait until they pop into the chat to put on my new jewelry that they made for me. Should be nice. Yeah, it's gonna be a little bit of an upgrade for me. Anyway, let's, in the meantime, go fight more Neeker Beakers. Still no new skills. Oh, we did get a new skill. We got Blade of Elendil. Blade of Elendil. Attack that does light damage with an increased critical chance. Effects apply to Fellowship. +5 light type damage. Shadow mitigation. Critical defense. Never misses. Requires battle hardened state, so I'm assuming battle hardened goes away if I use this, so I should only use it when my battle shout and one of these 2 skills is up, so I can immediately reapply those effects. That's cool. I'm excited to try this out, see how that's gonna work. Let me see how I'm going to incorporate it into my rotation. Yeah, because I think this is a... Yeah, that's a 15-second cooldown. So I have to wait for that to come off of cooldown to use the Blade of Elendil, I think is the move. See, that way I use Blade of Elendil, and then immediately I can reapply the Battle Hardened State and all that. I think that's the move. Slowly but surely, this captain is coming along, and I'm becoming somewhat proficient at it. I was having a hard time seeing myself on the map there for a second. Man, we were like at 12 viewers too, and then the stream crashed, and now it's just a couple of you guys in here. Appreciate your company on a late Saturday night. Just hoping Gilby comes in so I can put on this jewelry. Sue. Yeah, let me know if you're in chat, Sue. That way I can put on that jewelry you sent me. I feel like it's the respectful thing to wait for you to come back to stream if you're coming back. Yeah, I guess it is Saturday morning. That's depressing to think about. My weekend is melting away, oh no. My weekends in 2026 have felt ridiculously short. Is that a me thing? Have the weekends in 2026 just felt totally short to anyone else? I don't know what it is. Yeah, see, there's so much to do on the weekends, but then there's also so much you want to do, right? Like, I have all the real life stuff that I need to do. Like, I have to go to the gym, I have to meal prep, I gotta clean, I gotta do all this stuff, but then there are all the things I want to do, like stream Lord of the Rings Online. I need to record a little bit of my Pokemon series as well. Hey, Mr. Z, welcome back. Sorry about that stream crash. So annoyed at that. Alright, yeah, I don't know if Sue's coming back, unfortunately, so... Actually, I'll wait until I go turn in the quest, and then I'll put on that new jewelry that she sent me. These Knickerbeakers are a little scattered, though. No, I was telling Nix, I think it was not even my internet, I think it was my streaming software. Because YouTube looked fine. It looked like it was trying to receive data. It just looks like my streaming software bugged out or something. I don't know. I need to, like, do a little bit more research into the streaming stuff and make sure I can set up some fail safes in case, like, something like that happens again. It just hopefully has some backups and fail safes. Alright, done with the Neeker Beakers. I do need to defeat Sharky's lieutenant still, though. Let me see if I can find him before I go up to turn everything in. I don't know how I missed the lieutenant. I was like all up in here. Unless he's all the way up there. Which is possible. Yeah, I bet he's like up here somewhere. Oh no, I screwed up, didn't I? I brought too much aggro. I got a little bit greedy running away. Need to start getting some heals going. Yeah, I need to like get in there with the arch. Oh no, that's bad. This is bad. This is so bad, you guys. This is bad. Hopefully I can survive this. I know I'm not talking much. I'm just trying to pay attention here. I think we're gonna be fine. Captain has some good heals. Oh, and of course I picked up another one. Of course I did. Alright. I didn't need to panic like I did. Yeah, I'm enjoying the captain. It's got some like nice heals that you can fall back on. Good stuff. Yeah, I bet the lieutenant's up there somewhere. Gonna drag a few of these with me now that I know I can fight at least a little chunk of them. Is that the lieutenant? Yes, it is. Let's just fight all of them. Why not? I can handle 4. You know what? Let me start with the weaker ones first. Knock them out. Another one that's going to be coming in, of course. That's alright, I can handle him. I guess he's not. He saw me fighting them. He's like, nope, and just turned around. Okay, very good. Let's go turn these in. Let's put on our new jewelry. Crunchy horse legs. Gotta love it.
What do you need?
Alright, done with that.
Stay a moment.
Alright, let me fight this guy first. Dang it. Alright. Let's turn them in.
How can I be of service? How can I be of service?
Okay, Sue. Oh, Sue, just in time. Sorry that the stream crashed. I don't know if you got a chance to hear me. Thank you for the jewelry that you sent me. I just turned level 18, so I'm about to put them on. So yeah, let me unequip all the jewelry that I had previously. Oh, you can't right-click unequip these? That's annoying. Oh, my inventory is gonna get full. That's alright. No, actually, it's not alright. I hate full inventories, but whatever. Alright, let's put these on. Thank you again for all this jewelry. It is very helpful. And also very kind of you. Actually, I forgot I have this Mariner earring, which I think might be a little better. Oh, it gives me more experience. Interesting. So critical rating, will, might. Yeah, I still think... I think I'm going to keep this in 1 year slot still. I think that will... still a little bit better. Yeah, Nix, I know you can click and it replaces, but it's a little bit weird sometimes when you have two of the same thing, right? Like the ring. Like if you click one, it might not necessarily replace the one you want it to replace. So like if I were to put these two rings on, if I click one of these, it might replace one of them, and then I click the next one and it replaces the same one again. If that makes sense. I was just trying to avoid that. What is this? Is this the old one or the new one? Yeah, that's the old one. Okay, good. Alright. Awesome, we're set. What are we doing? We're going back towards Bree. Eventually, I need to go to the swamp and finish the prologue. I think I'm just gonna suck it up and go do that. Make a quick pit stop here in Bree. Head out the east gate. Go towards the marsh. I forgot that there's probably some good stuff I could pick up here too, but I think my gear is fine for now. Got the new jewelry. My armor is still relatively up to date. The weapon's pretty fresh.
What can I do for you?
Alright, let me take a look here.
How can I be of service?
I still don't have that armament use. I don't know what level that unlocks at. Alright guys, I apologize. I have to do it. I have to spend like 30 minutes riding towards the swamp. But we gotta finish this prologue. The good news is I do have a milestone back here to the Prancing Pony. That way I only have to ride one way. I don't have to ride two ways. It's not too bad. The ride is not as bad as I thought. Nah, it's still 1,000 meters away. It is pretty bad. I feel like I am leveling pretty slow. Level 18 still. It's going to take me forever to get to 50. I'll never get to all the classes this way. I don't know why I said Ray. I was saying way, and like halfway through saying way, I thought I should switch the word to rate. So then you got rate. And it was a little awkward, and I'm going on about explaining it. Making it more awkward, of course. You're right, at least it's not walking. At least we're riding. It's just kind of annoying because I did all that questing out here earlier on in this stream. I just wish I had had the prologue when I came out here the first time. Don't dismount. Don't dismount. Thank goodness. All right, the mustering cave. Back to the Midgewater Fort. I feel like I could handle tier 9 at this point on the captain. But I'm not going to do that because I want to keep things moving at a decent pace. That was an ambitious jump. I knew I wasn't going to make it, but I had to try. Anything to try a shortcut.
Amdir, quickly falling into the shadows of the Wraith world, has slain 2 of his brethren already, and seeks the blood of a 3rd.
How can I be of service?
Okay. Stuck in combat music. Gonna run ahead. Level 50? No, I don't think it's too high. I mean, I could probably get away with it with doing it a little earlier, but I think 50 is good because I think 50, you're gonna, for pretty much every class, you'll learn all the skills, right? And then you have the opportunity to practice a little bit, really experience the game with that class. And it's just a nice break point in the game, right? Because you're entering the Mines of Moria, you unlock your legendary weapons. It just seems like a good place to get to for the characters. But, that being said... Oh, this guy's stuck in combat. I'm here, like, yapping at you guys, and this guy is getting killed all the way back in the beginning. But what I was going to say is I am open to hearing people's suggestions. I'm pretty confident that 50 is a good point to get to. Alright, I'm gonna give you guys a job. You have to remind me to refresh my motivating speech. And my song, brother. I keep forgetting to refresh these. Do some leveling on my own? What do you mean? Oh, you mean like outside of stream? That is an option. I don't know if I want to do that, though, because one of the big points of me doing this little adventure is to give me an opportunity to stream for you guys.
How can I be of service?
Talk to Barleyman Butterbur. Yeah, I can do that. Alright, let me use my milestone. Conveniently right outside of Barleyman Butterbur's. Anything interesting here? Not so much. Alright, done with the prologue. Excellent. So now we're like fully into the books. Book 1. Which we have to ride east towards Adso's camp. I think I'll also get a little bit more efficient at leveling up these characters, right? This is the first one I'm doing. I think as I do a couple of these, it'll get a little bit more streamlined. Yeah, Nix, I thought about doing that, about kind of staggering it a little bit. You know, like maybe get one to 20 and then the next one to 20 and then like go back and get them to 30 and then get them to 40. But I feel like that would be very confusing, right? Because like if I, for example, if I stop at 20 with the captain and then I get everybody else to 20, and then by the time I rotate back to the captain, I'm going to be like, how do I play this class again? I don't even remember.
What can I do for you?
So I feel like it's just better to just get it all the way to 50.
Might I take a moment of your time?
I get it, though. I get it. You're kind of excited to see me try some of the other classes. I am, too. As much as I'm enjoying the captain, part of the motivation for me to play this is to get to level 50 so I can try the next class. I'm just as excited about it as you are. I don't think I want to do missions post 20, but I'm not ruling it out entirely. I think part of the reason of just kind of going through the landscape and questing is to really get a good feel and flavor of how the class functions in the world. And through questing and fighting different enemies in different circumstances, but maybe it's possible to also get that taste by doing missions. I'm just not too sure.
Welcome. You've come at a most fortuitous time.
Thank you very much for the subscription. Joshua Guerrero, welcome in. Thank you very much. Welcome to the fellowship.
What do you need? Could I take a moment of your time?
Yeah, I heard the missions, you know, I heard that's like the meta, right, for power leveling your character is just do missions. I don't want it to go too quick. I really want to be able to practice the rotations, really understand the class. Why are there like two musics going on at the same time? It's kind of weird.
Why are you bothering me?
Yeah, the music is definitely bugged out.
Just a moment. Please stay a moment.
Stay and hear me out. Will you give me a moment of your time, friend?
Alright, I need boar meat, I guess. Need to kill some boars. I might try, well, not might, I probably will try a couple of missions on this character and just see how it feels and how it goes. But I don't think I'm just gonna mission all the way up to 50, I don't know. We'll see. Maybe if I come across a class that I'm playing that I'm just really not enjoying and not having a good time, maybe I'll mission that one up to 50. I don't know. We'll see. I'm really not like fully committed to anything. Just going with the flow for this. You have to kill some of these brigands as well. Gotta kill 12 of these? Dang. Oh, Nix, you just said something you should not have said. You're an outfit guru? I've been looking for a fashion designer for my Hobbit, for my main series. Because I always thought it would be fun to try like different outfits for different areas of the game, but I'm just not very creative or very good at that, so... If you have good outfit suggestions for my Hobbit Warden for my main series, feel free to send the suggestions my way. Also, housing. If you have any ideas for housing, I'm all ears too. Because I know housing is kind of cool, but I don't really know what to do with the housing for my series, right? It's just kind of there. I kind of want to be able to incorporate it in some way. So if you guys have any housing ideas, I would love to hear those. Let me double up on these. Yeah, Nix, if you enjoy the whole outfit thing, feel free to send some screenshots or something on my Discord. I would love to see some ideas that you might have for the Hobbit Warden. But of course, I don't want it to be a chore or anything. It's just like if you think that would be fun or you have some ideas, great, but I don't want you to feel like it's a job or something, you know? It's all for the fun of it. Okay, this double music is driving me nuts. Let me see if I can like fix it by like resetting the audio. If you're into like the fashion side of LOTRO, I'm surprised you're not a captain. How do you beat this halberd aesthetic? The halberd is pretty sick. I mean, look at that thing. It's pretty sweet. Alright, finally done with all that. Need to go get some more boar meat, though. Hey, Witch House, welcome in. And I guess you're totally right. Like, you don't have to be a captain to use the halberd aesthetic, right? You could just cosmetic it. Yeah, I don't know why, but to me the halberd is just so cool, man. It's incredible. It's definitely like my favorite looking weapon in the game. Even just like the basic... What is this? My level 15 halberd? Ooh, 1 second. Sorry about that. Had to check a message on my phone. Alright. The coolest instrument in the game, for sure, is the Theorbo. The giant freaking Theorbo. It's my opinion. Oh yeah, if you want an elf, the Theorbo is not very elfy, 100%. Sorry, I think I missed the part where you said you were gonna do it. Oh yeah, up there, I missed your message. Probably high elf mini. Okay. Yeah, no Theorbo for the elf, I agree. Definitely Harper flute. I know that... I don't know, I know the flute is not like as dramatic aesthetically, but I think that's pretty sick for an elf. I wasn't a big fan of the Hobbit movies. Obviously, the Lord of the Rings trilogy is like the best thing ever made. It's on a league of its own. But I wasn't a big fan of the Hobbit trilogy, but there are some good parts of it, right? And one of the scenes that I thought was really cool was when they're in Rivendell and they're like feasting and all the elves are like playing the flute. I thought that went pretty hard. I enjoyed that.
Just a moment.
So I think if you're gonna make a elf minstrel, my vote is for the flute.
Could I take a moment of your time? Might I have a word with you?
Yeah, dwarf for the Theorbo. That's pretty
What
cool.
is this world coming to? I'll not be ignored. I do not ask much of you. What can I do for you? Would you do something for me?
Alright, so I think before I continue here in Atso's camp, I do want to ride all the way west so I can continue the epic storyline. Yeah, because I think the epic is going to take me back towards Atso's camp, so I want to try to be efficient with it. Yeah, my minstrel had the Theorbo. I'll actually show you real quick. Can't do... I'm not moving. My first ever character, I know I've mentioned this, was a minstrel. Back when I first started the game. It was a lot more fun, I thought, to be a minstrel back then, because I did a lot of raiding, and just like being the healer was kind of cool. Oh, wait, my Theorbo's not showing. Yeah, even my original character's name was Kippen, but after some server transfers, he is now affectionately known as Kippen-1-1. Oh no. Did I break the game? I hate when... Never mind. Yeah, see, the giant Theorbo? It's so sick. I love it. Yeah, this Hobbit had like a weird, like... I gave him like a Smurf look with a little hat. But man, I have not played this character in ages. I essentially just use him to tailor stuff, so I tailored cloaks for my captain. That's why I was here. But you can't beat that Theorbo, dude. You just can't. Anyway, back to the captain. In retrospect, I made this Hobbit a little tanner than he should have been. Like, sometimes, especially here in the character screen, he just looks crispy, you know? Should have made him a little paler. Like my warden. Anyway, back to the captain. Alright, let's roll. Yeah, that's fair. It's not so much like the color itself, it's just the shade that I picked for that minstrel. It's just like orangey, you know? It's just not a very good shade overall. It doesn't match the Hobbit, I guess. The Hobbit minstrel. It just seemed a little out of place.
What do you need? Would you do something for me?
Alright, Cribine, where are they? Let me try to round up 4 of these at once. I definitely, like, I'm glad to be playing a different race. I don't know why, but I've always been obsessed with the Hobbit, so, like, all my characters were always Hobbit, and honestly, that gets a little old, you know? It's interesting, it's cool, but, like, you don't have to make every character a Hobbit, like I have up to this point.
What can I do for you? Stay a moment.
Level 19, very good. We're making progress, boys and gals. I am interested to try a stout dwarf. I think that'll be a lot of fun. Trying to remember, like, what class is going to be good for the stout dwarf. What am I doing here in the old forest? I think I'm just kind of taking the shortcut through here to Crick Hollow, actually. Yeah, the High Elves, they have cool animations, right? Like when they fall, they roll and stuff like that. They do have some pretty cool animations. I did a Mariner High Elf stream.
Oh, good day.
When Corsairs of Umbar came out. Just to kind of play around with it, just because I wanted to stream for you guys, but I never really got too much into it. It was just like a one-time stream thing.
Dear me, what do you want?
The Dance 3, it's ballet. But turns the wrong way. I don't know if I've seen the Dance 3 on the High Elf. One thing I do remember about the High Elves is that they had a crazy long intro, right? It's like the prologue to the movies. The Battle of the Daggerlad. Alright, I'll accept Destination Lowlands. Yeah, it doesn't make sense that the High Elves don't get that bow damage. Because essentially, I mean, when you're talking about players that really want to optimize their gameplay, you've essentially narrowed the hunter class down to elf. Like, you have to be an elf hunter if you want to play hunter and be optimal. Do you dance ballet, Nix? I think this is like a dead end, right? Like, I can't actually go to where the areas are highlighted. Yeah, my sister used to do ballet. I remember, like, I was a kid and I would have to, like, my parents would drag me to all her little practices and recitals and all that. It drove me crazy. But it is, like, a very interesting... There's something very fascinating about ballet to me, especially when you think about, like, those crazy Russian ballet schools and, like, the discipline that they all have. It's very fascinating. Alright. This is on par with the old forest, right? Like, you come in, you start getting super lost, and you're like, yeah, screw this, I'm leaving. Just gonna get out of here, gonna turn in some of the quests that I can turn in, and then I'll worry about this a little later. And of course, I'm like, I can't even find my way out now. Or wait a minute. Do I have to kill the roots? Is that where you get the vines? No. That is not it. That was a total failure in the old forest. Classic.
How can I be of service?
I am kind of at the point, though, where I could probably start ignoring a lot of these quests and just do the epic. That way I can move on to Lonelands. Which, honestly, I think I might just do that. Strider's at the Prancing Pony. I am still on cooldown, unfortunately. I do have a hunter on a separate account. If you guys have been watching my main playthrough, you know that I, like, literally farmed a bunch of alts by doing farming, so I could get their aiding the fellowship quests in the Moria instances. So I actually have a level 58 hunter, even though, like, I never did any combat with it, never did anything other than farm. Reason I'm saying all that is, I wonder if it wouldn't be a bad idea to multi-box that hunter, that way I can at least just, like, teleport around. Not do anything with it, but just be able to teleport my character. That way I can move around a little bit more efficiently. Hey Snoil, welcome in. Thanks for joining the late night stream, or whatever time it is in your corner of the world. Yeah, I'm really enjoying the captain. I thought I would like it. I thought it would be one of my favorite characters to play. And And by favorite, I mean like in the top tier, right? Like in the top handful or so. I didn't think I would enjoy it this much, though. I know this is the first... It's the first character that I'm trying to bring up to 50, but... Dare I say, it might already be in contention for possibly being the one that I end up picking to do like a tier 9 difficulty stream stuff with. We're setting the bar high for the other characters. It's just feeling very versatile to me. I mean, the damage is not great, but I also think that's because I'm running yellow line as opposed to red line. But it seems very versatile. Like, it really has a lot of survivability in the battle. It has a lot of defensive buffs, and then it's got a lot of options for healing. I think at some point my, what's this called again? Routing cry will stun enemies. That'll be cool. Alright, Mr. Strider.
You bring dire news.
Are these decent? That's not actually a bad bracelet. That's pretty decent.
Listen well.
Alright, now I have no choice but to go into the Old Forest. And meet with Tom Bombadil, of course. That's right, Snoil. That fella's done nothing but stare at you since we've arrived. Wow, that is like just too much brightness. It's a little much. I want to get to level 20 because I think I probably unlock a few new skills at 20. What is all this? Yeah, I'm not going to collect 12 of those. I think I'm just going to focus on the epic storyline. My god, that guy's like sprinting. He's running as fast as I'm riding. Okay, I think... Hopefully I don't get too lost. Famous last words. Sorry in advance. I am going to be spamming the map here. Wait, can I go down this way? So I could potentially collect vines from the trees, but I don't think that's worth it. I would have to kill 20 of those. Again, I think I'll just focus on the epic storyline, and then that way I can move on to the Lone Lands. I agree, Snoil. I think this is a very faithful adaptation of Lord of the Rings, right? And of course, it's like a lot of this is made up, the quests and all that, but the spirit, I think, is faithful to the intent of the story.
Hey, dole, merry dole, ring a dong dillo. Now let the fun begin, let us sing together.
Those voiceovers were definitely not there the first time I came through this area for my playthrough. They must have added that. Kind of fun, though. Kind of fun. Alright, collecting lilies. I went the wrong way. Of course I did. Yeah, let me take these off, actually. I really do think the move is just to focus on these epics. You play with the sound off, are you crazy? This game has such great music. I always enjoyed this part of the game. The tail end of Book 1 with Tom Bombadil and the Great Barrow. I always really enjoyed this part.
Now let the fun begin, let us sing together.
This is definitely new. The singing voiceover is definitely new.
Hey, come, derry dole, can you hear me singing?
Where am I going? Defeat the Crebine. Your computer and Bluetooth do not like each other. You need to get some wired headphones. I tried headless headphones or not headless headphones. What am I talking about? You know, it's getting late. I should probably go to bed, but wireless headphones. I tried them for a while, and I also found that it just wasn't very reliable. You get like little glitches, and it wasn't very well, so I went back to just plugged in headphones. It's not as convenient, of course. I hate dealing with a giant wire, but at least the sound is reliable. What is all this? What is all this?
Might I take a moment of your time?
Let me just pick up the quests.
Good day. Might I have a word with you?
I don't know if I'll do the quests, but I'm gonna pick them up.
Would you do something for me? Hello, friend. Could you help me with something? Would you do something for me? Would you do something for me?
Let me organize these quests a little bit. Let me actually get rid of the blue ones. We're just gonna cancel them. This is so painful as a completionist, but we gotta do what we gotta do. Okay. Yeah, Nix, my problem with my wire is that I have like a rolling chair, and sometimes the wire like drags on the floor because it's so long, and sometimes I'll like run it over with the chair, and it drives me crazy because I feel like I'm gonna break it or something. Yeah, that's a good point, Snoil. Like, I can't do two 100% playthroughs, right? That would just be absolutely insane. I mean, my main series has been going on for over 10 years, and I'm, like, still in Mordor. You know? Mordor came out, what, like, almost 10 years ago? Ah, my inventory's full. Tragic. Sue coming in with a new item, a level 18 item, which is a little bit better. See, I have a level 22 that I'm waiting on. Oh my gosh, please. At least I can use this VIP thing. I'm sorry to do this to you guys. I know it's horrendous, but I gotta do a little inventory management. Sorry to bore you with it. Yeah, I can't believe... Man, it's crazy. It's been like a decade. That's wild. Sometimes when I think about like how long ago I started the series, it gives me a little bit of existential dread. Not gonna lie. Feels like I'm running towards the grave or something. Forgot to check the task boards, but you know what? I don't really care that much. We're just gonna keep powering through. Alright, that's enough for now. Where is my... Ah, dang it. My little menu stuff is different for this character. How do I pull up my mailbox? There it is. Alright, thank you, Sue, very much for this halberd. It's gonna be a nice little upgrade. Very cool. You think 2016 was 4 years ago?
Mercy me! Will you hear me out?
I forgot about this quest. This is I remember this is like a bit of a tough quest, if I recall. Yeah, it's like the Fellowship of the Ring came out 25 years ago, a quarter of a century ago. That's absolutely insane. We're all unks in here. We're all old timers. Alright, Snoil. I'll see you in a bit. I'm gonna ask you all about your puppy when you get back. I'm curious. It is Lalia. Where'd she go? Oh, I was reading chat. I lost her. She's down there. Yeah, I remember hating this quest too. I don't remember why. I think it's really long, isn't it? Like, it takes forever to do this quest. But at least I have like I have a heal I can use, which is nice. But I guess doing this Lalia quest helps me do some of the other ones too. Man, it is crazy how little damage I do with the Landscape 6. Hitting 2s is kind of depressing at level 19. Who do you hate more, Nyx? Sarah Oakhart or Lalia? We really should have a competition for like the most annoying NPC in LOTRO. There's some strong contenders there for sure. Yeah, I don't remember her being this slow either. I remember her like bouncing around all over the place, going to like every corner of the Barrow Downs. But I don't remember her doing it so slowly. Yeah, it's like, if you look around, like, what's the one direction you don't want to walk towards, right? That way. Towards all those whites. And that's exactly where she walks. Alright, she's got her cloak. Now she's speeding up. Let's go, Lalia. Ooh, 3 at once. It's weird that these don't like auto aggro. Want to try to keep my health tip-top here. Don't know where that Barghest came from, but I'll fight it, no worries. I'm silenced. Oh, I'm silenced and stunned. I can't get out of the circle. Oh, that was bad. I was rooted. I couldn't move. What is this? Eye of Sauron. I guess the Eye of Sauron only happens if you're fighting an enemy that's on level or higher, right? I've noticed that if I'm fighting enemies that are lower level than me, then the Eye of Sauron doesn't really pop up. What's with that flag? Alright, Lalia. Forgot about the prince here. Little lag. It's got a debuff. It's alright. I can't wait to get my corruption removal. I think I might get it at level 20 on the captain. Maybe. Lalia sounds like me on my main playthrough. I hope I'm not lost. It's the phrase I most say. Man, I need to kill 24 of those? That's kind of obnoxious. It's a little excessive. Alright. Honestly, that quest was not as bad as I remember it. Maybe they changed it or something? I remember that quest being a lot worse. And by worse, I mean more difficult. I remember it being like a very challenging quest. I forgot like what's actually inside of these. Yeah, I'm not messing with that. I'm good. I'm good. Let's just go do our quests. A mini labradoodle. I don't know if I've ever seen a mini labradoodle. Man, labradoodles are super energetic. Right? Is your pupper like a very crazy, I guess? Mr. Z, yeah, I think actually, I don't know. I would have to go back and check. No, they already had trait lines. It was fairly new. I think it was fairly new when I started it. But they already had it. As I remember, I was playing my burglar. And I was like, man, this gambler line sounds fun. And then it was when I was playing my burglar that I decided to like make a new character and record the series. It also took me a while to get a hang of the Warden, so probably my early game with the Warden was a little disastrous, I would imagine. Just because it's kind of weird getting used to gambits and that whole style of gameplay. Let me round up all these rats. Oh, nice. 2-mile-long walks. Yeah, I'm sure she loves it. But I'm sure it's also necessary, right? Like for a Labradoodle, they need to expend that energy. Yeah, Nix, I should have gone to bed a long time ago too, but I don't know, I'm kind of having fun. I do feel myself getting a little wacky though. Like I can feel it's getting more difficult to produce words that make sense. I'm definitely very tired. I want to, I don't know, maybe finish book 1 or something and call it a night, which will probably still take a little while. It's a few more of these. Do I still need Barghists? Yes, I do. Should be the last creepy crawly I need here. Snoil the Dungeon Master, huh? That's fun. I wish I could find like a cool D&D group around where I'm at. What class do you play? In LOTRO, that is, not in I mean, I guess you're the Dungeon Master, you're not playing a class. How close am I to 20? You can see the experience bar here, so a little less than halfway, but at the same time, like, once I turn in these quests, it'll probably have a big jump. A minstrel. Very fun class. Yeah, it's a very, like, dwarvish sounding name. Were you a dwarf minstrel? Elim Garak? I don't know why, but it reminds me of Baruch Kazad. Like a different version of it.
Stay a moment. Might I take a moment of your time?
Forget about these
Stay a
repeatables here.
I don't know if you can help me.
Stay a moment. Would you do something for me? Stay a moment.
That is a lot of quests. Let me make sure nothing significant is like falling off here. Southern Barrow Downs. Yeah, these are all Southern Barrow Downs. J.R.R. is a character in Star Trek. I would have never guessed that in 1,000 years. I've never been like a big science fiction person. I've always liked the more like medieval fantasy kind of stuff, obviously. I don't dislike sci-fi, it just doesn't excite me as much as like the fantasy, medieval kind of stuff. Although, I say that, and I've been reading the Three Body Problem trilogy, and I've been really enjoying reading that. Ah, you named him after a tailor. That's interesting. My first character was also a minstrel who was a tailor. I don't see myself on the map. Am I going crazy? I don't see where I'm at. You know what? It's fine. We're gonna kill some whites because we have to anyway. Let me grab a few. Well, I shouldn't grab multiple archers, I guess. KCD? I'm not sure what KCD is. Or I'm getting a little overzealous. If I'm not careful, I'm gonna die, so I gotta start paying a little bit more attention here. Alright, let me kill one more white. Oh yeah, Kingdom Come Deliverance. No, I've done a lot of preparing to play that game, but I never actually played it. I don't know, I have this problem where I spend a lot of time planning for something and never actually do it. Kingdom Come Deliverance is one of those. If you're familiar with my channel beyond just a LOTRO playthrough, you know that I like to do full exploration, 100%, talk to everybody, explore every corner. And so when it comes to like doing a game like Kingdom Come Deliverance, it gets a little overwhelming. I start planning for it, I start trying to like route it and figure out how I'm gonna like 100% it perfectly, and it just gets to be too much and too overwhelming, and then I end up never doing it. Not proud of it, but unfortunately, that's the way my brain kind of works. And sometimes it's the classic, like, don't let perfection be the enemy of good. Sometimes I want to have, like, a perfect playthrough, so I never even start it. Just because of the challenge. But yeah, Kingdom Come Deliverance seems like an incredible game. Kingdom Come Deliverance 1 and 2. Let me see about the trees down here. Or not trees. Oh, I guess these are all the guys that
How
picked
can
up
I
the
be of
quest from.
service? What can I do for you?
Good day.
Lollius I remember this was like a really good cloak back in the day. Or maybe not. Maybe I'm making that up. Hey Mario Tendo, welcome in. And Dylan, welcome as well.
What can I do for you? Might I take a moment of your time?
I am loosely following the development of that movie, Dylan. Like, I know it's happening. I know Andy Serkis is directing it. I know the general premise, but I'm not, like, following the day-to-day or, like, what's going on precisely. There's also, I don't know if you saw, but there's another movie that they announced as well that is actually, Snoyle, you were talking about our good friend Tom Bombadil, but apparently the movie's gonna follow essentially what we're doing right now, like the part of the books where it's in the Barrow Downs and the Great Barrow and Tom Bombadil and the Old Forest. It's apparently there's a movie in production for that part. Should probably be fighting some of these bar guests. I don't know, I don't mean to be doom and gloom, but I'm not very hopeful about like new Lord of the Rings media coming out. I honestly think that the original Lord of the Rings trilogy was like the end of an era. I really feel like it was the last great movie that was made. It really was a passion project. It wasn't like a money grab. The people who made it like literally put their blood, sweat, and tears into it. They crafted everything perfectly. They didn't like use all the CGI or figure out how to, you know, cut as much cost as possible to milk as much profit. It was like the truly last passion project at that scale, I think. And I feel like it kind of marked the end of an era in terms of just media and cinema. Now everything is just like hyper optimized for algorithms and like how do you hold people's attention and how do you cut costs here? How do we optimize the use of CGI to not have to spend money? I don't know. My unpopular thought, anyway. I'll be very pleasantly surprised if we get, like, something really good, but I just don't trust these studios anymore, you know? Like, nobody just finances something for the art and the passion of it, it seems. It seems like it's always like, all right, what's the bottom line? And they know that with, and especially for things like Lord of the Rings, because they know they don't have to make a quality product just because the name is going to sell it, you know? Like, even as I want to hate on, like, these crappy Lord of the Rings shoots that they're doing, I'm still going to go watch it because I'm a giant Lord of the Rings fan, you know? So I'm part of the problem. They know they don't even have to make it good. They just have to, like, make some slop, slap the name Lord of the Rings behind it, and people are going to go pay money. That being said, I will give it the benefit of the doubt, you know? Like, Andy Serkis is a good guy, obviously had a huge role to play in the Lord of the Rings trilogy, is passionate about Lord of the Rings, so maybe they can come up with something good. I won't judge until I see it, but I'm not keeping my hopes up for it, I guess is what I'm saying. Oh yeah, don't get me started on Rings of Power. That's just, I don't even want to like put that name out in the universe. It's so embarrassing. It's such a shame too, right? Like, they threw so much money at Rings of Power that, like, if they wanted to, they could have made something good. I feel like they deliberately chose not to, though. I think also, like, I don't want to discount the role of nostalgia and the timing of the Lord of the Rings trilogy for me in my life. Like, it came out in a very formative time of my life, right? Like, how old was I? 2001? Yeah, I was like 11 years old when Lord of the Rings came out, and that's like a very formative time. You're still a kid, your imagination grows wild, so a lot of these pieces of media really imprint on you at that age, right? I guess what I'm trying to say is, even if the Lord of the Rings trilogy original came out today, I don't think it would have the same impact it did on me. Just because I'm an adult now, you know, you're a little bit more jaded with the world, things aren't as interesting, I guess. So for me, everything just kind of lined up perfectly. It came out at the perfect time for me. It was just great. Yeah, I don't know, the whole Rings of Power thing, like, I honestly think they didn't even care if it was good or not. To me, it almost seems like it was, like, just one giant advertisement for Amazon Studios. I think, ultimately, they wanted to be able to say, we spent $1 billion making a Lord of the Rings show because we are Amazon. And to be able to say that as like an advertisement, and that's really what they paid for. They didn't really pay for the product. They paid for the ability to be able to spout that line. It's kind of what I think.
Could I speak with you a moment?
You know, Dylan, I honestly think that if they had gotten ChatGPT to write Rings of Power, it probably would have come out better. That's how bad it is. Hey Sue, we already did some raffles earlier today. We did a Corsairs of Umbar expansion, and then we did some LOTRO points. But, you know, since you typed that in the chat, we'll do another one. But we'll do it whenever I finish stream. So whenever I'm getting ready to finish stream, we'll do one more raffle for 100 LOTRO points. I don't know what time I'm going to be finishing up. I kind of wanted to finish book 1, but I don't know how long that's going to take. I'm like trying to read chat and play at the same time. It's harder than it seems, man. I don't know how these streamers do it. I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm just like running around killing stuff. I need to figure out like what quest am I actually doing. I need to kill one more Barghest. I've had this Barghest quest forever, and it's like highlighting the entire map, and it's driving me crazy. Let me also go towards the old forest to turn in whatever I gotta turn in here.
Greetings, friend.
Alright, we're about to hit 20. That's gonna be good. I do think I get a good chunk of skills at 20. Here's the last Barghest. Alright, cool. Nice. Now my whole map is not highlighted.
What do you need?
And there you go. Yeah, I got a ton of skills here. Cleanse corruption. That's nice. What else? Escape from darkness. That is to revive. I'm actually going to get rid of this from my taskbar just because I'm not really grouping up, so I shouldn't need to revive anybody for now. But yeah, kick is going to be an interrupt. Cleanse corruption on 7. Nice. Did we get anything else? I think that was it. Yeah, I think cleanse corruption is going to come in clutch. Especially with the landscape difficulty. Thanks for the congrats.
Hello, friend. Could you help me with something?
Alright, I do need to reorganize the quests here, because it's a bit of a mess. Starting to get some of the Great Barrel quests. That's exciting. Okay, so I think we need to head on down towards the southern Barrow Downs. Yeah, those are all the mission quests. Is it in here? Yeah. I'm disappointed in you guys. You all had one job. That was to remind me to keep my motivating speech up. And my song brother. Very disappointed. Yeah, it's so easy to forget about these little buffs. Alright, done with that one. I gotta go back to Tom Bombadil. Oh no, that's so annoying. Yeah, you know what? Let me do that now, because I bet he's gonna send me into the Southern Barrow Downs too. What did I get here? New mail. Deeds. Skirmishes. Gift for the Adept. Let me detach that. Probably get some good stuff in there. Gilby, which is Sue. The stream is messed up on the TV, but on the PC. Alright. Stream's working for everyone else, it sounds like. It might be that your TV is just a little bit delayed. I don't know. But can we get a thumbs up that stream is working okay for everyone else? After all the fiascos we've had today with the stream? Okay. Thank you, Nix, for confirming.
Now let the fun begin, let us sing together. Now let the fun begin, let us sing together.
All right.
Merry do, ring a dong dillo.
We're ready to do the instance for Book 1. Let's do it.
An unholy alliance is forged within the depths of Othrangroth, the Great Barrow, a sinister pact which could spell doom for Eriador.
So again, the landscape difficulty does get turned off in instances, so you'll see I'll probably breeze through a lot of this comparatively to how much combat I have been having to do up to this point. This might be the last thing I do, because as much as I want to keep going, I am like to the point where I can feel my brain is just like not functioning. I forgot I have to go to the entrance here. So we'll probably finish this instance, and then we'll do one more raffle for some LOTRO points. And then we'll have to call it. Been going for a few hours. I started at what, like 9 o'clock or something? Well, I've been playing way too much. Alright, in we go. What did I think of Radagast in The Hobbit? It's a good question. I don't know. I actually don't know. I liked some things about him. Not so much. He was a little bit goofier than I would have liked. Not a little bit. He was a lot goofier than I would have liked. I like the whole theme of like how they really try to incorporate how in tune in nature he is. But I did want him to exude a little bit more aura of power, you know? Because he is a Maya after all. He is a wizard. he did kind of have like a bumbling idiot kind of vibe to him in the movies, which I didn't particularly care for. Yeah, the bird poop was a little much. I did like the idea of kind of having him be like this crazy just guy out in the woods, just like totally shroomed out of his mind. I thought that was kind of an interesting angle, but I think it was a little overdone. Not a giant fan of the Hobbit movies in general. Let me see if I can just, like... I guess I cannot drag all these guys. Just gonna try to group all them up. Having a little bit of beef with my herald, because it's kind of hard to group people up because it will take aggro from one of them. It's alright though. I'll get used to it. Hello, Tommy. Welcome in. Unfortunately, as you generally tend to do, you're coming towards the end of the stream, but glad to have you here nonetheless. I think what annoyed me most about the Hobbit movies was just the whole, like, the whole Tauriel love romance thing. I think that's so goofy. You know, like some studio producer talked to them. It's like, you can't have a movie without a love story in it. You gotta, like, put something in there. Well, good Belgium morning to you, sir. You know, saying Belgium and morning in the same sentence just made me crave Belgian waffles. See if I can get this guy. To be fair, like, if you read the Hobbit book, that is a very difficult book to adapt into the screen. Like, that's a hard movie to make. There's, like, so many characters and so many random little plots, and that's a hard book to adapt into a movie, but I just wasn't a fan of overall how they did it. I don't know if I could have come up with something better, but I do respect that it was very challenging. Man, that is some dread. Forgot about this part with, like, the never-ending whites. There is like a fan edit of The Hobbit where like a Lord of the Rings fan essentially edited down to 3 movies, made it a little more compact, and I think it turned out a little bit better that way, but I don't know. Alright, let's keep going. I need to get better at like reading chat and playing the game at the same time. It's kind of challenging. Yeah, there are extended editions of The Hobbit. Honestly, it's been so long since I don't know much about The Hobbit, to be honest with you. Like, I watched them when they came out. Watched them in theater when they came out, and then probably, I think, once or twice more with the extended editions. Thank you, Tom Bombadil.
Now let the fun begin. Let us sing together.
You know, now that I think about it, I almost wonder if they try to kind of give a wink to Tom Bombadil with Radagast in the Hobbit movies. Because he did have a little bit of like a goofy Tom Bombadil vibe to him, right?
Hey, come, Derry Dole, can you hear me singing?
I don't know if these are going to be any better than what I have. I think I'll just take a whatever here.
Ring a dong, hop along, follow the willow.
Talk to Strider. I can do that, but I probably should do the Southern Bear Down quest here before I port back to Bree. But I am exhausted. I've been streaming too long. It's way too late. We are going to call it. But like I promised, we're going to do one more raffle. So let me get that set up real quick. Alright, so we're going to do 100 LOTRO points giveaway. And
we travel swiftly, but we will aid you as best we may.
I just started it. So thank you, JP. Thanks for the subscription. Really appreciate it. Welcome to the fellowship. So we're running the giveaway. Exclamation mark raffle in chat for a chance to win 100 LOTRO points. It's going to be, the raffle's open for 5 minutes. So at the end of 5 minutes, we'll declare a winner. Yeah, agreed, Dylan. I wonder, I haven't heard anything about the casting for that movie. Except, of course, Andy Serkis as Gollum. Alright, I guess while you guys are entering the raffle, I'll quest around a little bit more. Oh yeah, you're right. I did hear that Ian McKellen and Elijah Wood are in. I did hear that. Exclamation mark raffle, ladies and gents, for 100 LOTRO points. Nobody's entered yet, so if you enter you're basically at 100% chance to win. Oh yeah, Nix, I forgot you already won. I appreciate you being courteous and giving other people a chance. I'll try to let you know if I remember when there's like a minute left or something, and then if nobody's entered or whatever by a minute, then feel free to. Richard Madden, you know, I think he did great as Robb Stark. I don't know if he'd make a great Aragorn. A little too youthful, I think, you know, like you want him to feel a little older. All right, what am I doing here in the Barrow Downs? All right, I'm going towards the south. What about with long hair? I'm really bad at visualizing things. I would have to see it. I don't know, maybe he would be good. Plus, it's been a few years since Game of Thrones, so he might look a little bit more mature and aged, I guess. Viggo Mortensen didn't want to do it. He might be too old for that part now, right? I don't know. Wow, you guys are crazy. Nobody wants free LOTRO points? I'm gonna enter this raffle myself. Yeah, I have no idea what Viggo looks like nowadays. I'm not like a big like celebrity person. Like I don't know and I don't care. Quite honestly, about celebrities. I do know like the celebrities that played the parts in Lord of the Rings and all that, but if you ask me like other names and stuff, I don't know anybody. Yeah, the barrows can be kind of tough if you're not prepared. Gotta be careful. I'll check how much time is left after I finish killing these guys here. Let's see. There is... Oh, it looks like it froze, but it says 30 seconds, maybe? 30 seconds? I don't know. It might have bugged out because it looks frozen. It looks frozen at 32 seconds. Hold on, let me refresh the page. It says it's closed. What? It says it closed with no entries. I'm gonna click resume entries. Alright, let's do like another minute. It should be active again, so if you guys want to enter, do exclamation mark raffle. We'll do like another minute or whatever. Snoil, if you want to re-enter, you'll have to redo it for whatever reason. I don't know, it kind of bugged out there at the end. Oh man, I'm tired. This was fun though. Having a lot of fun with the captain. Alright, so Snoil and Nyx are in. If anybody wants to get in, now's your last chance. I saw you two were the initial two that like put one in, so I'm probably just going to close it here in a second and call it a day because I'm ready for bed. Alright, last chance, 10 seconds or whatever. Sorry if you guys heard that. That was my Windows. All right, we're closing entries. We're picking a winner. Congratulations, Snoil. 100 LOTRO points. So, are you able to send me a message on either Discord, or you can send me an in-game chat here on LOTRO? My Discord is Renaissance. You can find it in the official LOTRO channel if you're on there, or there's a link to my Discord server in the description of this stream. You can find me that way. Oh, Snoil, you and Sue are friends? Sue was in the stream earlier tonight. I don't know if you two didn't see each other chatting, but she was here. She crafted me a bunch of jewelry for this stream. And the halberd that I'm using too. Man, the Australians are representing in the chat. Yeah, I think one of my favorite parts of doing the channel and streams is just you get people from all over the world, which is kind of cool. Like we had somebody from Argentina earlier, we got the Australians, Canadians. It's pretty crazy. Had people from Saudi Arabia comment, Brazil, all over the world. We got our friend from Belgium in here as well, Tommy, if you're still there. But yeah, Snoil, if you wanna send a Discord message. Yeah, I'm just Renaissance. That's really cool that you two know. I'm assuming you two know each other in real life, is what it sounds like. Oh, by the way, Snoil, you said you won't be able to get in the game for a couple of days. I just want to let you know that I'm like 90% sure that the code that I'm going to give you expires at the end of the month. So just make sure you use it before the end of April. And as always, I do want to say that these codes were given to me by Standing Stone Games, the developers of the game, to give out to you guys. So, all thanks to them. Yeah, Renaissance is the Discord. There's a link to my server in the description of the stream, or again, if you're like in the official LOTRO Discord, you can just like search Renaissance there and I'll probably pop up. I don't really know how you search people on Discord, to be quite honest, because like surely I'm not the only Renaissance in all of Discord. Ah, okay, you're in a kinship together. That makes sense. Ah, the completionists in the kin. Yeah, honestly, I feel like LOTRO is just a game where you kind of have to play it as a completionist, you know? Like, sure, there are some cool and exciting raids, but let's be honest. Let's be honest. LOTRO is not known for its hard-hitting end-game content, right? Like, if you're into that, there are better games out there. I think LOTRO is very much like a enjoy the journey type of game. I have not tried Guild Wars 2. I am actively trying to avoid any and all MMOs. Just because I already have such a giant commitment to LOTRO. If I get addicted to another MMO, it'll be the end of my life. I got addicted to RuneScape for a while, and I still technically kind of have a RuneScape series on my channel that I kind of have to resuscitate a little bit. Any issues with the Discord, Snoil? I'm not trying to pressure you here, but your boy's tired. Your boy wants to get to bed. Yeah, I've heard great things about Guild Wars 2, for sure. And that's exactly why I don't want to play it, because I think that I would enjoy it. Never realized this cool view of Bree that you get from up here. Not bad. I am looking forward to maxing out my Warden, though, and trying out a little bit of the PvP. Maybe that'll be a fun thing to stream instead of doing, like, these alts. In addition to the alts, but maybe, like, do a creep stream at some point. Although that sounds overwhelming, because I think the people who do PvP, they like actually know what's going on. For me, that has like no idea how to play a creep or whatever, to go in there, I'd probably just get crushed. Yeah, I don't mind putting the time into learning the PvP, but I think it's not something you can casually do, right? Like, you do have to put some time into it in order to be effective. Like this, like making the alts, I can just kind of casually come on here and do it. You're done, Snoil? I don't see any messages from anybody. I don't see a message. Were you not able to find me? Wait, you're leaving before you're getting your code? I mean, I can't force you, but yeah, just send me a message on Discord whenever. We'll get you your code. But yeah. Yeah, no worries. Send me a message on Discord whenever, and then I'll send you that code. And if for whatever reason you forget and I forget, somebody else remind us. But I guess if you're leaving, I'm going to leave too. I'm going to go to bed because I'm rambling like a madman who has not slept. But thanks everybody for watching. Sorry for some of the technical difficulties we experienced today, both starting the stream and then it kind of crashing halfway through. But I had fun as always. I'm really enjoying playing the captain. I can't wait to do it again. Maybe this weekend, who knows? But I'll probably sleep in a little bit tomorrow because it's late. But yeah, thanks everybody, including the lurkers. See you all next time.